Hi guys, it's Dea, your Purpose Youth Leader, and I hope you guys are all having a lovely evening. This is the final video of my series, The Impact of Grace. So in my last video, I talked about 4 very different people who had all experienced grace in their lives, and Noah, Sarah, Joseph, and Rahab. And today I want to talk about 2 more people who have experienced grace as well. I feel like their struggles and their dilemmas will help us learn more about the impact of grace in our own lives. So Moses was an Israelite, and at this time the Israelites were in slavery in the country of Egypt. And Moses was an Israelite, and he was adopted by the daughter of the Pharaoh, who was essentially the princess of Egypt. So he grew up in that family. And later, when he was older, he found out his heritage and he realized that his biological family, his relatives, his people were in slavery under the rule of his adoptive family. So, of course, you couldn't have even imagined the emotions that he was experiencing. But still, God gave him a purpose. God told Moses that he would be the one to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. And at first, Moses refused. He didn't think he was worthy to do it. He didn't want to do it. He didn't think he'd be able to speak to the crowds or anything like that. But God reassured him multiple times, gave him a helper to help him speak to crowds, and God's grace just gave him a whole new purpose in his life. And I feel like God's grace will do the same for you. He will give you a calling and He will help you fulfill it. God will reassure you through your entire life because He is faithful to you. The last person I want to talk to you about is King David. Now, I think this story is really relevant to us as Christians because it's very evident that King David had a deep love for God, as you see in the Psalms, but that didn't stop him from sinning. He lied, he cheated, and he plotted to kill another person. And of course, he suffered for that. But when he repented, God still showed him mercy and grace. What a gracious God we serve. This is assurance that, even as Christians, if we make horrible mistakes, God is still willing to extend His grace and His mercy towards us. Remember, your God is one that will never leave you nor forsake you. He will always be faithful to you. So why am I telling you these stories of grace? Well, I hope that in the same way Noah walked faithfully with God and received favor and grace from God, you will also walk faithfully with God and receive favor and grace from Him. I hope that when you receive a promise from God, you will not laugh like Sarah did, but you will believe and accept it and know that there is nothing too hard for God. I hope that God will give you the grace to persevere like Joseph did, and in whatever trial or situation that you're in. I hope that you know that you will not be overlooked because of your background, nor will your past define you in God's eyes, and you can grow to be a mighty woman and or man of God, just like Rahab did. And I hope that you know that God's grace will give you a purpose, just like it gave Moses a purpose. And I hope that you know that even if you're a Christian and you made a horrible mistake, God is still willing to extend His mercy and His grace towards you, just like He did to King David. So I just want to end on a note of encouragement to you guys. So in Revelation chapter 21, verse 7, it says, those who are victorious, those who are overcomers, will inherit all things, and I will be their God, and they shall be my children. See, God's grace will help you be victorious in this life. The inheritance that God has prepared for you is so vast. You will not live a simple life because you have been chosen. You're going to do things and go to places you couldn't have even dreamed of. And there you will proclaim how God has shown you His goodness and His mercy and His grace all your life. There's so many things that He has prepared for you in your future. All right, and God bless, and thank you for listening.